back in my youth as the SPECOPS recruiter, I used to show up to administer the PST, so physical screening test for everyone trying to go SEAL, SWIC, EOD, and diver. And I would show up and act like I was a candidate. You know, I could get away with it back then. Nowadays, there's no way in hell I could get away with it. But anyway, I would show up and act like I was taking the test because I would want to try to get a feel for the people that were there. Sometimes there was one person, sometimes there was 20 people taking the test. And I would just show up, start stretching, acting like I was prepping to do the test, and start talking to everyone randomly and trying to get a good feel for them without them understanding who I was and the influence that I potentially had on their career. Because once they figured out who I was and the power that I had, like, that's when you start potentially getting fake versions of people, right? Not everybody. Some people are really confident in who they are, that they don't try to put on a front. But if you're 30 years old and and you got to fake who you are, man, you might want to reevaluate things about your life and start making some changes, But just understand, if you continue to be fake, everyone sees that shit. It shows itself constantly. It will always stick its head out there, and people will always put that mental part in there. And remember how you treat people, and how in this moment when you had power, you acted this way, and then when you don't have power, you act this way. People remember that shit. So if you're in a position of authority and you want to lead, not manage, stop being fake and get comfortable with who you are. Be someone that you don't have to fake it. It's literally that simple. Be a good person. It's not that fucking hard. All right, let's fucking get it.